When I first started my dumpster business, I thought I'd be like this guy, just rolling in the cash. But instead, I was like this guy. I was frantic, had no idea how to manage my own business. So, what did that do? Well, it kept me up at night, not knowing if I had delivered the right dumpster or billed the right person.
Different ways, but this is just how I do it. So I hold it with the yarn through my fingers like I'm pointing at something. Then I wrap the yarn around my pointer finger and grab my whip.
Is the intro montage done already? Wow, that was really quick. All right, so you just caught me trying to learn a new hobby. Well, if I complained in the montage, in the intro, about not having enough time, how do I have time to learn a new hobby? Well, I implemented something in my dumpster business that really kind of saves me a lot of time. I figured, why not pick up crocheting? Maybe I crochet myself a hat for wintertime. This video is going to be a review of the software that I use, which is Docket. And it helps me schedule my dumpsters and manage my business, really. One of the best-selling tools in Docket is the online booking. Now, I don't have a Docket website. I have a website through another company, and I integrated Docket into that website, and it works perfect. We've had phenomenal success with online booking. So let me first explain to you how I use Docket and what some of my favorite features are. All right, some of my favorite features that I use on a daily basis are the schedule, online booking. I use the assets and invoices. I seldom use the reports. I'm going to talk about that later. That's one of my cons, in my opinion. So let's get right into it. What do I do first thing in the morning? So the first thing I do in the morning is I look at today's schedule. I look at my today page on Docket and I look at the schedule. I will click the asset availability button, see what kind of assets I have available for the week in case somebody calls and wants to know, can I get one on Wednesday? I should know right off the top of my head whether or not they can get one on Wednesday. So that's the first thing I do, look at today and then look at the schedule. It's going to tell me a lot about what's going on in my week. So now that I have a good idea on what's going on for today and a pretty vague understanding of the week, now I'm going to go to dispatch. The dispatch page I really like in Docket versus one of their competitors because I can change it around at will. Now I can either change it around on the dispatch page in Docket on my desktop, or I can do it in the driver's app. I'm not stuck to whatever that dispatch route comes out as. I can really do it any way I want to. But it does give me a good idea. It shows me the map and the routing and which ones are closer to others and closer to the transfer stations. So I do like to use the dispatch page. And the good thing about the dispatch page is I don't have to send that route to the driver. It just automatically does it. It's all automatically updated in the driver app. So from the driver's app, now I'm going to go get my day started. I've seen what I have for today. I've seen roughly what I have for the week. I've looked at my dispatch. I know generally which route I'm going to take. So now I'm going to jump in the truck and get my day started. And then once I am out on the road, I'm using the driver's app on my iPhone. And let's say I get a call. Somebody wants to book a dumpster. Man, that's no problem at all. I just get their name, their address, and a good email address. I can get them on the schedule, email them out an invoice. They could pay right from that invoice, making my life a whole lot easier. And I can do all that right from the road, right from either my iPad or even my iPhone. So now let's talk about invoicing. So let's talk about invoicing for a minute. After I pick up a dumpster and I take it to the transfer station, if there's overweight fees, those automatically get put into a billing issue. If I go to the assets tab, I can assign charges to those overweights and turn them into an invoice, send them off to the customer again. If the customer doesn't pay within 24 hours, I just hit the card for it, and that's in the contract. So now let's talk about a few things that I don't like about Docket. The first one being when I put someone's address in to book a dumpster, it doesn't, I'll put in like 55 Main Street, and it'll try to predict the address, and it predicts like Kansas or Massachusetts or the UK or whatever. It's never my local area. So I know it's nitpicky, but geez, it'd be nice if I put in 55 Patton Street, it would automatically come up Bangor, maybe a little further out Old Town, a little further out again, and a little, it should be predictive based on my area. It's nitpicky, I know. And then reports. I would love if Docket's reports had an ad hoc query where I could put anything from the database into a report. One report I really like to see is the number of rentals by PIN number or by dumpster number. I want to keep track of how many rentals each dumpster has had since I bought them brand new. I can kind of do this. There's a workaround where I take some information out of Docket, I put it into an Excel spreadsheet, and I turn that into a pivot table, and it shows me the information that I want. I would rather be able to just pull it. I think it'd be simpler that way. So let me wrap this video up. This was a review of Docket. I was with Docket. I switched to DRS. About 5 weeks after that, I switched back to Docket. I didn't really realize exactly what Docket was offering, and it's a way better deal. So check out the link in the description below if you're interested in a free demo with Docket. It has my name on it, and I'll get credit for you going to get a free demo. But definitely talk to their people. Get the free demo. It's not going to cost you anything, and you won't regret it. That's my review video for Docket, my dumpster software.